This is a demo of the SHEAR 97 bar listing. I'm going to double click the SHEAR 97 and up comes the screen. Right now I'm going to click on bar listing and let's add a new job. This is the job master screen. This has all the jobs. Now you see 50 lines here. You can have hundreds and thousands of hundreds or thousands of jobs. Let's go with job number J345. Okay, job name, Acme Building. Okay, Smith Construction. Okay, when you start to enter the size field, it says, don't you want to use imperial bar sizes? We'll say yes. You start to enter the length mode field, it says, don't you want to use feet and inches? Yes. We're going to double click this job and we're going to add a new release. We call it 01. So this is going to be footings and slabs. So we're using black bar, uncoated black bar, and grade 60. Double click the release and you come out to the dark blue screen. This is where you actually enter your bar list. So let's enter a few bar list lines. I'm going to go 3. I'm hitting my enter key each time. 3, enter, 4, enter, 5, enter. So that's a straight bar. 3 number 4 is 5 foot long. We'll get a little bit more fancy. We'll go 23x11. Multiplies the two numbers, 253, number 5 bar. For a bent bar, we'll skip over to the type. Let's say it's a type 2. You see the picture of the bar at the bottom of the screen, and these are the dimensions that apply to a type 2. A, I'll go minus, pulls in the standard hook. B, we could enter in a length, or I'll just go 48D. And G, I'll go minus, standard hook. When we start to come off that line, it says, oh, don't you want to assign the mark? We'll say, yeah, give me the next mark. And there it is, 501. Okay, we're down to line 3. Let's see some of the things we can do in the quantity field. When you're in the quantity field, look at the prompt line down at the bottom of the screen here. There's lots of stuff you can do, okay, to make life easier. How about Q for quantity? Let's see what that does. Oh, this is a quantity calculator. So the length of a rectangular area, so let's say 255 feet. 175 feet the other way. Let's say over 4 feet. You've got some standees or something. You need 2816 or high chairs. So that's a nice feature to have. Here's another feature you have in here is SS for span spacing. Let's say you have stirrups every 8 inches over 112 feet. 112 feet, 8 inches. So there's a span, 8 inches of spacing. You need 169 stirrups. So we'll do our stirrups here, say S2, and we go minus for the standard hook, 2, 3, 2, minus, minus. Okay, so there we got 3 bars. Here's another feature built in. It's a powerful feature called varying. So we go 3 number 4s. Let's say a mark N for next mark. Say it's a type 17. 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot. I'll go LL to repeat the last line above. We're going to change this one. We're going to say instead of 2, 3, and 4, we're going to go 8, 3, and 2. Okay, now let me vary those. We go V for vary. Let's say we want 8 lines. Okay, so that varied out 401 to 408. Okay, here's an easy way to delete those lines. Delete a group of lines, 5 through 12. Are you sure? Yes, we delete those. See, there's lots of things you can do. If you have any right triangles, let's say a type 4 bar. Okay, so you got B is 2 foot, say C is 5 foot. And let's say you just have A, B, and C. That's allowed in SHEAR 97 to not have all the bend dimensions. That's fine. Okay, H, if you have a 45-degree angle that C is coming down at, you just put equals, equals, and right here you can go minus for the overall. So there you go. It generates that bar, generates the tag length and the cut length. Of course, the cut length, what is the cut length? It's the tag length minus a bend deduction. I'm clicking on setup menu up here, setup menu bend deductions. You set up your bend deductions for your 90-degree bends, heavy and light, and the other bends are based on, or the other bend deductions are based that are not 90s, that are say between 1 and 89 degrees, variable angles. It computes the bend deduction from the pin diameter that applies to that size. So now we're back in the dark blue screen. Let's say we have some more 501s. So we have 200 more 501s. So that's 501. So you don't have to type in those dimensions again. When you put in the 501, it scans the whole file, sees those 501s, and says, "Don't you want to copy from line 2?" You say yes, it copies it. Now let's try that again. We'll go 300 501, and it says, "Do you want to copy?" Sure, we'll copy it. But let's try this. Let's change this B to 3 foot. And when you change it, it says, "Well, don't you want to change all the other lines with 501?" And of course you normally do. So we'll change it. And you see that the other lines that are 501, line 7 and line 2, have those changes. What would happen if you change that and you didn't tell it to change the others? Okay, so right here it says, "Don't you want to change all the other lines?" Let's say no. It says, "Uh-oh, you got a problem. Other lines with mark 501 now have different data. You've got to change the mark on line 8 now." So it changes the mark to read "change me." You just type N for next and it generates the next mark for you. Okay, so say you want to sort and accumulate this. Well, you know what sorting means, but what does accumulate? By accumulate, like bars. So all your 501s, your 200 here and your 253 501s, are going to add up for 453 bars. So let's try it. We're going to go sort and accumulate. Yes. There we go. Okay, so it accumulated those lines and condensed that bar list. Now, let's say we want to print this out. We want to print a bar list. So I'll click, this is our popular landscape bar list style 4. I'm going to click on where it says also print bend types because it's going to show the shapes. Okay, I'll hit OK. You can select any printer on the network. Right now the default printer is already selected. That's what we want. You can even select the PDF and send it out as a file and email it to anybody, and they can pull it up with the free Adobe Acrobat Reader and read it and print it. But at any rate, let's say we're going to go to this laser printer here. And so there's the printout. It's got 2 pages. Page 1 here, it's got the weight on the front, the weight summary here, followed by your bar lines, and a place for someone to sign, receive by, and date. Click your page down, you see the bend types that are in this list. If you want to print it, you just click Print Pages and say OK, and it prints out on your printer. So that's the printout for the bar list. And like I say, we have a couple different landscape formats of bar lists and 2 or 3 portrait 8.5 by 11s. So that's the bar listing in a nutshell. There's lots you can do with this program. With the bar listing, you can now generally, if you have our SHEAR detailing program, or if you have outside detailers using SHEAR 97, they can just pull those files in automatically. So that's a quick demo of the bar listing of SHEAR 97. It's a powerful system. Usually people get it with the bar listing and tagging, but you don't have to get it that way. Bar listing does happen to come with standalone detailing and the SHEAR detailing. So if you get SHEAR detailing, you're going to get this bar listing program also. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to leave this screen. I'll hit escape. Takes you back 1 screen at a time from where we came. We're back to the turquoise releases screen. Hit escape. We're back to the job screen. Hit escape. We're back to the master menu. Hit exit, and that's the end of the SHEAR 97 bar listing demo.